Welcome to the 26th episode of Lalitha Divya Rahasya Sahasranama Stotra. The 1,000 different combinations through which the faculties can operate to realize ultimate bliss of cosmic energy in the universe. Let us move on. The next nama is Shiva Kameswarankasta. Shiva Kameswarankasta. Ever meditating Shiva using the witness mode, ever meditating Shiva, using him as a tool, the Kameshwara characteristics penetrating into the body. The Kameshwara, who is the father of the universe, since he himself doesn't have a body, so his characteristics enter through the Shiva. He himself also doesn't have a body. He is residing in the body in a meditation form. So through the meditating Shiva form, the characteristics of Kameshwara enter into the body, human body. That is Shiva Kameswarankasta. So we have encountered this Kameshwara in the previous namas also. Kameshwara, who is Kameshwara? Kama means desires, or the attributes that lead to action. So Kameshwara, Ishvara means the Guru form that is beyond the five elements, who can control the five elements. By being beyond the five elements, the Guru form who is beyond five elements and can control the five elements. So Kameshwara clearly refers to the Guru form of the desires. Desires is basic thing for everything. So through the desires only the Karmacharana or action takes place. So Kameshwara is a saturated soul, because he is beyond. First of all, he is the Guru form, so he must be an enlightened soul. Secondly, he is controlling the desires by being desireless. So that means he must be a saturated or super saturated, so to speak, soul. And he can generate the good desires or bad desires as per the needs of the soul that has assumed the body. And how he can do that? By being beyond these qualities. So Kameshwara is the root cause for generating the desires in the human body. So including the generation of the childbearing act. So that is also a form of a desire. So the good desires, the bad desires refers to the Dvaita, or ability to distinguish things in two different manners. So Kameshwara, by being beyond these, so he can be referred as Advaita, or beyond, even beyond Advaita, the Shunya Tattva. So through Padadvaya Prabhajala Parakva Sarorha, the 45 different Vasikaranas highlighted, and then beyond that, Sinjana Manimanjira Mandita Sri Padambuja, the light and the sound effects through which the presence is indicated, it's communicated, and then Marali Mandagamana Mahalavanya Sevadihi, through that nama, the remaining who are the remaining unreachable individuals and their responses have been registered through Sivakameswara Ankasta Sivas, through Marali Mandagamana Mahalavanya Sevadihi. So with so much task performed and being content and satisfied, Sarvarunavadyangi Sarvabharana Bhushita. So it's an indicative of the sprouts, the new extensions that are emanating. So this nama refers to the fruit bearing of all the exercise that has been done till Marali Mandagamana Mahalavanya Sevadihi, and prior to that the Padadvaya Prabhajara Parakra Saroroha Sinjana Manimanjira Mandita Sri Padambuja. So the Sarvarunavadyangi Sarvabharana Bhushita is the fruit of all the actions. So, and these are new extensions. So clearly this that means the new generation has come into existence through this nama. So that means there is a birth of new generation from through this nama, Sarva Runanavadhyangi Sarvabharana Bhushita. So what is the next step? The next step is to make sure these new extensions, the sprouts that are originated, the new generation that came into existence, they also get saturated, their souls also get saturated. One of the part of this saturation is to pass on this trend to the next generation, and for the universe to march forward, to provide opportunity to the new souls for them to acquire body. So those souls who have entered into the universe through Sarvaruna Navadyangi Sarvabharana Bhushita, so in their body, the desires have entered through Sivakameswara Ankasta. So they have decided to pass on the trend to the next generation. They have decided to cultivate the next generation through Sivakameswara Ankasta. So this is the task of the Universal Mother, that whoever have acquired the body, the souls who have acquired the body, it is important to generate these desires to provide opportunity to the next generation, and that is the task of the Universal Mother. So now we have to pause here for a moment, and how does the desire thought generate? It is generated through the oscillation of the mind. So when the mind oscillation means it's a wave. So that means there is a positive wave and there is a negative wave. There's a crest and then there's a trough that forms the body, that generates the wave. So these are called sankalpa vikalpa. Sankalpa is in the positive direction, vikalpa is the negative direction. So these two, when they unite, it forms the basis for the wave, which is the thought process, and through that thought process the desires are being generated. Of course, there is an internal dynamic that happens when this happens through the generation of the neuronal activity and so on and so forth. But without getting into those details, essentially the sankalpa vikalpa, the intensity of the sankalpa vikalpa is the root cause for the generation of the wave or desires. And the sankalpa vikalpa is related to the breathing cycle, breathing in and breathing out. So the athlete, when taking part in participating in the track and field events, he takes a large dose of air. He breathes in large dose of air. So that is a result of a sankalpa. Okay, so similarly somebody doesn't takes very little dose of air, so he or she is more in the vikalpa. Okay, so the breathing is related to sankalpa vikalpa cycle, and the generation of it is linked to the desire. And we have already said that Shiva is in the meditation form. So Shiva, the word itself is it refers to having only the fire element and the air element. That is what is Shiva means. So he is in a meditation form because he is lacking the discretion and intellect. So he is only having the fire and the air element. So he is ever meditating. How he is ever meditating? Because how is it possible to meditate forever in that state? So he is in the middle of this breathing cycle, that is between breathing in and breathing out. So that is very difficult to pinpoint. That midpoint of the breathing cycle is very difficult it's hard to pinpoint, and Shiva resides there. And by being in that state, he is forever meditating, and that's why he's always meditating, because he is only having the air element and the fire element. So here, Shiva Kameshwarankasta. So we have understood what is Shiva, we have understood what is Kameshwara. Anka means the organs. So Shiva Kameshwarankasta, we have to combine these effects. So Shiva being in the breathing cycle, so wherever the the air that was breathed in, or the air that is breathing out, wherever that air passes, So the form of the Shiva passes through those organs. It's as simple as that. So by using this Shiva, who is permeable everywhere through the body, the Kameshvara characteristics uses this Shiva and enters the human body. And where does he enter? He enters those organs, those parts that are acting as a tool for nurturing the next generation. So, meaning the childbearing. So, Shiva Kameshwarankasta, through that, the Kameshwara characteristics have entered the body using Shiva as a tool and unites with the universal mother characteristics in the body. How does the universal mother characteristics have entered in the body? Already when the body, the soul acquires the body, the universal mother characteristic already enters with the genes. So she is already present inherently. Now the Kameshwara form enters through the body, enters through Shiva into the body, and together they unite in the body. Which body? The body that has taken shape through Sarvaruna Navadjangi Sarvabharana Bhushita. Okay, so here the witness Shiva is operating in the witness mode because he is ever meditating. He became a tool for Kameshwara to enter into the body. So therefore, Shiva Kameshwara Ankasta is an internal Vashikarana between Kameshwara and the Universal Mother, the Universal Father and Universal Mother, the getting reunited in the human body. So this Nama Shiva Kameshwara Ankasta is the essence of the entire Kama Sutra, and the act of performing the Kama Sutra with an unconditional love, if it has to be described in one word, that is Shiva Kameshwara Ankasta. However, this act is this act and the childbearing act itself is diluted in the current scenario through the artificial means, and so that doesn't in any manner represent the essence of Kama Sutra. So that is the essence of Shiva Kameshwara Ankasta. So since Sri Mata, we have already crossed, it seems we have already crossed the few generations. One generation, that previous generation that we have encountered is Sarvaruna Vajjangi Sarvabharana Bhushita, where the Universal Mother, satisfied with her tasks, provided opportunity for the new souls to assume body, and those new souls that have entered through through Sarvaruna Vajjangi Sarvabharana Bhushita, in turn acted promptly to promote the souls who want to operate in the witness mode through Shiva Kameshwara Ankasta. So the next Nama is Shiva. So when we utter this word Shiva, the mouth gets opened up. There are certain words that when we utter, the two rows of the teeth, they get joined. there are certain words that when we utter them, the two rows are detached. They go farther apart. And Shiva means Shiva is one of this nama. So what is this significance of this nama? That I am acted as a witness for the reunification of the Universal Mother and Universal Father through Shiva Kameswara Ankasta, and I am the witness to this event. So whatever is the air element that has been used in this process, through that air element I have been witness, air and fire element, I have been witness to this event, and the residual air and the fire element, I am breathing it out. So I have completed my task. I am breathing out in the form of Shiva. That's why the mouth opens. So I have done my part and I have opened it out. I am giving out the residual elements of air and fire that are used for this task. Which task? Shiva Kameswara Ankasta task, the task of unification of Universal Mother and Father in the body. So I am ejecting out the remaining residual portion, that is Shiva. So when Shiva means it reflects the Dakshinayana or the southbound force, and or Vamachara in the body. And so the residual, so it starts in the Sahasrara, and the Shiva essentially it covers from Anahata to Manipuraka. So the remaining portion, the residual portion, I am leaving it there, and it is ejected out. So he is authenticating his role as a witness mode operation in this whole process of unification between Universal Mother and Universal Father, that is Shiva. The next nama is Swadhina Vallabha. So this is one sloka, Shiva Kameswara Ankasta Shiva Swadhina Vallabha. So divided into 3 namas. So this Swadhina Vallabha is the after effect of Shiva Kameswara Ankasta and the Shiva. So the act of unification and the task of Shiva having completed, Swadhina Vallabha. So meaning that the forms of Universal Father, Universal Mother, they are vasikarana to each other inside the human body. So obviously when this act of nurturing of the next generation, it has to be equally participating for both male and the female, and they have to be unconditional. They have to exhibit unconditional love. Then only we can invite the souls who want to operate, those souls seeking a body who want to operate in a witness mode. Otherwise this act, the result will not materialize, will not be successful. So there is an internal vasikarana that is happening, that has already happened through Swadhina Vallabha. So up to now the act of vasikarana performed by Universal Mother in an external fashion up to Padadvaya Prabhajala Parakruta Sarorha. Now the same Universal Mother has stooped down to the level of getting submissive to the Universal Father in an internal dynamics. So that is the role that Universal Mother plays. Okay, so through this nama, Siva Kameswarankasta is an indicative as described the fire element and the air element of the Shiva are being used as a tool. So here the faculty of personality gets the training through Siva Kameswarankasta. Siva, so that is where the faculty of mind gets the training. Swadhina Vallabha. So this is where faculty of intellect gets the training through this nama. So the remaining namas we will see in the next episode. Thank you.